This would be her final time leaving home, as it would turn out, though not her final voyage. Maikaze first reached Truk on January 9th, escorting the cruiser Atago and the carriers Zuiho and Unyo. She then escorted a troopship from Truk to Rabaul from January 19th to the 22nd. A couple other escort runs followed from mid-January through early February, with the destroyer back in Truk on February 12, 1944. A few days later, she would leave once again, and for the last time. Maikaze departed the island on February 17th, joining the cruiser Katori in escorting an auxiliary cruiser toward Japan. Unfortunately, this was just slightly too late to avoid the American attack on the island, Operation Hailstone. At this point, things get a bit mixed depending on your source. Maikaze was almost certainly hit by a couple bombs around 8:30 a.m. on February 17th, with this crippling the destroyer, leaving her vulnerable to the approaching New Jersey, New Orleans, and Minneapolis. Beyond this point is where things differ. For his part, Dole notes her firing away until water came over the turrets, with the destroyer sunk by cruiser gunfire. Mind you, this isn't entirely accurate because we have photographic evidence of the ship's magazine going up. Toll, meanwhile, cites Maikaze being crippled and set on fire by 500-pound bombs, though he also cites the cruisers finishing off both Maikaze and Katori, so make of this what you will. And then there's an article which cites Maikaze valiantly standing by Katori. This mentions her defiant torpedo spread, which nearly hit New Jersey, something Toll also notes. Which brings us to Combined Fleet. Unfortunately, while normally quite detailed, their article on Maikaze is rather bare. She left Truk with no walkie, escorting Katori and the auxiliary cruiser Akagi Maru. Then it jumps straight to her being sunk, mostly by gunfire from New Orleans and Minneapolis. So, as you can see, exactly what happened to Maikaze is a bit of a question mark, outside of the cruisers sinking her.